Evening all. Ironically, I literally got off my rowing machine about 10 minutes ago. And ironically, I'm not as late as I usually am. Weird, eh? I guess it was because I was rushing and I jumped in the shower and and then jumped back out. Um, yeah, weird that, innit? Strange. Oh well. Clearly, I'm not fast enough on my feet as I should be. Um, Also, I've got the most Chad t-shirt known to man on. Look at this. Go, go, commando. How bad's that? Like, the good thing about being a bootneck is when you're actually serving, you're not allowed to go anywhere with a Royal Marines t-shirt on because unlike the fucking army or fake Marines, um, it's aggressively frowned upon to go ashore wearing any of your like bootneck rig. Like you'd drive up the line on a Friday and you'd always see squaddies in uniform, RAF Navy. Everybody does it except the Marines. It's like a personal pride thing. Like I don't need to swing the lantern and be Chad as your dad, stood at the service station with a fucking uniform on, thinking I'm Billy Big Spuds. I remember because when I joined up, a mate of mine, Rooney, joined the army. He was in the Royal Engineers. I think he tried out for the Marines, but he failed his PRMC. And he used to always come home on a Friday with his rig on. When I'd drive up to Borough, occasionally I'd go up to Borough if I got a long weekend or anything. And I'd always turn up, in civvies, and he's there with his fucking rig on. I don't know what it is, but in the Marines, you just don't go anywhere in uniform. Might have been from back when the IRA were, they're obviously more interested in zapping a bootneck than they are in some fucking RLC driver whose biggest responsibility is shuffling the papers. So, it's one of them weird things. But the good thing is, I've got 10 years worth of Chad t-shirts, like this one. So, I don't need to buy clothes ever again, because they're all pretty immaculate, because I never used to wear them when I was in. I've got loads of cheap rig ready to go. Someone from Corbin Newham. Hello, Johnny Harris. Now then, nice to see a local boy in. Alex. Now I have to say hello to everyone or I'll feel guilty. You can't just ignore people, can you? Harold Stewart, Matt Oliver, Professor Andy. How are you doing? Two-Tone. All the regulars are in. Kenny Ainsworth. Trent Hugger. Kirky Bally. Now then, Zardoz. Jeff Wedden. Widow Shins TV. Dipper Salick. Kev Wright. Stevie Ray, Alan Lloyd, Negative D, Davy Pett, Jim Flowers, Carl Burton, Mark McCoy, hello. Seafort Everton, Davy the Window Cleaner, there's a good old-fashioned job there. A real taxpayer, ladies and gentlemen. The Blue Van Man, how you doing? Slip the Greyhounds in. Santiago, the Gruppenführer, Wrathchild, Davy Boy, anyone else I've missed? Nick Yak, Paul Rounds, Nick Murphy, Paul Tidywells, Origami Pig, son of Max, father of plenty. That's a mouthful. D. Lithgow, Carl Pollard, Bongo Pongo, Chele Maguire, Mark Julie, Errowwood the Wake, Big Fat Cat North Green, British Empire. Christ, there's too many of yous nowadays. I can't do this anymore. Mal Burry, Nurgle's Left Tentacle, nearly said Testicle, Gav Wilkinson, Tom Round, Teresa, Doc Chaos, John Hunter, Chris Collin, Gates Heed, Bonnie Lad, Paul Tidywells, I've already done you. Winston Smith and Obi. Now then. Right. That was all right, wasn't it? Who says bootnecks can't read? I didn't even get the testicle incorrect. Is it right the American Army have the badges in reverse on their shoulders? Yes, Stephen, it is. And you know why that is? That's because the badge is supposed to be orientated. You know how I know this? I used to send letters to my wife when we were dating, obviously, trying to get in good books. She did comment that once we actually started dating, I was sending them far less frequently. But I used to draw loads of pictures on the envelope to cheer her up. And I always used to put a big American flag on there. And several times she said, why are you putting the flag on the wrong way around? And I was like, I'm just copying the ones on the American uniforms. Turns out the way the American flag's orientated on your shirts, right, is because it's supposed to simulate going towards the enemy. So if you were holding a flag with the actual stars and stripes on it and you're running towards the enemy, obviously the flag's going to be going behind you. So that's how they orientate the stars on the flag. There you go. There's some interesting, pointless trivia for you today. That reminds me of when I joined the corps and I first passed out a train. I was only like 19, 20. So obviously, being a sad bastard, I had to sew my commando daggers onto my CS95 rig, and I took them all home and gave them to me nana and said, "There, old lady, you fucking do it." And sure enough, she put them on upside down. I told her where the patches went and the daggers, and when I turned up a few days later, I went on the piss for a few days and let the old lady do it. And sure enough, she put the fuckers on upside down. So, yeah, winner. Still, she didn't complain. Once I beat her, it only took 10, 15 slaps, and she was happy to cut them off and get back to work. Chop, chop. Anyway, I've got a prop today, look. Found this on my doorstep today, look. Sorry, last night it was. It says, "Take your shot to stop COVID-19. So this is like this government initiative to send you bribes to get your shots, right? Just look how fucking bad this bag is. At least in Britain, they use kebabs to talk young people into getting injected. This, let me show you what's in this bag, right? You've got lots of documentation trying to tell you how the vaccine's brilliant. All right. Obviously, half it's in Spanish. No, I was kidding about beating my granny. You can't beat your granny because mine used to fucking stab people. My granny's nickname was Stabber because she stabbed me granddad and she stabbed me brother, threw a steak knife across the room in a fit of rage and it kebabbed his leg. So we used to call her the ninja. So yeah, nobody beat my granny because she was she wielded a blade like a pirate. What else have we got? More shit. A bookmark from a local Mexican restaurant. Some crayons. A fucking toothbrush. Everybody knows brushing your teeth twice a day will see off the coronavirus, right? Sorted. Oh yeah, and this is the best bit. This, for British people who don't know, is a basketball hoop that attaches to the bin. So yeah, a basketball hoop for your bin. And it says on it, "Take your shot to stop COVID-19. Yeah, and that's it. So, shittest goodie bag ever. There's your crayons. Fucking, seriously. If a miniature basketball ring for your bin doesn't talk you into getting your jabs, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. Please don't cover any more Alec Baldwin. I wasn't going to talk about Alec Baldwin. That's just the homepage. Don't worry, I'm not talking about that. All I will say is, of course he fired a fucking live round. What do they think he killed her with? Harsh language. You don't punch holes in people with harsh language, do you? Fuck me. I'm not talking about Alec Baldwin, yeah, don't worry. Let's get off that. Clinton here details sexual assault by a senator. Oh, yeah. Is this Huma Aberdeen who couldn't lie straight in bed? Oh, sexually assaulted. Have you noticed how it's always when they want to sell a book? Seriously, right? I've got no... My missus has pointed this out. It's such a good point. And obviously I have to put that in there first so you know it's come from a woman. Because we all have to do that now, don't we? You can only say truths about anything to do with race if you're black or brown. You can only say truths about anything to do with misogyny if you're a woman. You can only say truths about being short if you're a fucking dwarf. Like, we're living in a crazy world. This is what I talk about, the cacistocracy, right? It's why we're living in the anti-meritocracy. Because we've bifurcated everything into the group that's afflicted by anything and the group that isn't. And if you're in the group that isn't, you're not allowed to talk about stuff. So we're not getting anything done. Because to have maximum intellectualism and the best debate, right? Because everybody knows who's not a moron. You only get good public policy and good lawmaking from rigorous debate. We don't do rigorous debate anymore Because 85% of the fucking people that could be involved in the debate don't tick the little criteria for the identity politics checklist, so they're not allowed to speak. It's like I said, you're taking your pool of possible mayors down from 200,000 people to fucking 20 because you have to tick some boxes. So when you destroy society and put everything down to a box ticking exercise, all you get is shit running everything. You never pick the smartest person, you never pick the hardest working person, you never pick the most suitable person, you just get fucking morons in charge of everything. As we've explained, that's why Diane Abbott, who you seriously wouldn't trust to walk your bastard dog, that's how she's a member of parliament. Because we're living in a cacistocracy. The worst person gets the job, as long as they tick the boxes. Have you noticed, that was another rant that was uncalled for, sorry. Have you noticed how these scumbags, these women that apparently care about other women, these heroic women who care about sexual assault, who care about whammons, have you noticed how they only ever talk about this shit in the books? Yeah? In fact, I can circle back around, to use Jen Psaki's dog shit terminology, I can circle back to me Nana Hilda, stabber. Because what do you think would happen if some senator grabbed my nana's ass when he was on the campaign trail? What do you think would have happened? Well, I'll tell you, one of two things would have happened. If she was unarmed, rare occasion, she would have punched him in the fucking face. And if she was armed, she'd have whipped out a fucking shiv and shanked the dirty cunt, because that is what strong women used to do back in the day. Nowadays, just like Homer, what they do is they say nothing. Nothing. Homer Aberdeen said the unnamed politicians, so she won't even name them, right? Won't even name them. Pounced on her on a couch in the mid-2000s after inviting her to his home. So, let's see. He's been sexually assaulting women for 16 additional years, yeah? And you won't name him now. So fuck you. How's that grab you? Any women listening who think that's unacceptable? Homer cares about women. She cares about them. So she'll leave a sexual predator. Her words, not mine. I haven't accused anyone of anything. She's saying, I know about a sexual predator. He preys on women. I'm not telling you his fucking name. Oh yeah, and also, I'll keep it quiet for 15 years. And then when I want to sell a book, then I'll tell you about the sexual predator. Isn't that mental? If Jimmy Savile, who I did meet once at Lympston, if Jimmy Savile slipped a few digits up my ring piece while he was giving me press-ups, you best believe I'd have told the welfare officer, you're not going to fucking believe what happened to me, mate. What? I was doing press-ups like Jimmy asked. Next thing, he slipped his fucking thumb up my rusty sheriff's badge. Yeah, that's what I would have done. I'd have told someone. Because I don't want Jimmy jamming his fucking fat cigars up anybody else's dirt box when he's supposed to be merely an ambassador for the cause. So me, weirdo, I'd report it. And I'm not a social justice warrior. But Homer, who apparently cares about women, she'll just keep it on the quiet for 15 years, let the sexual predator do what he wants, and then when she's going to sell a book, then she'll tell you then she'll unmask the demon. Are you fucking having a laugh? Seriously, this is a piss take. I might do a video about that, because that's disgusting. If that's true, and this guy's a serial fucking sex pest, that's just disgusting. It's like you didn't do anything about it until you were out. Oh yeah, cheers. No sense of humour. Ha ha ha, that's a good one. Well done, Davey. We like a pun on this channel. Do you think it was Biden who touched Hillary? Well, see, Biden's daft as a brush, so maybe. Unless there's any partially sighted senators, maybe then. If Stevie Wonder was in the Senate, he'd be my number one guess. Yeah, rotten politics. They never name. It's just victimhood. It's bollocks. So, best case scenario, it's pure fiction and she's merely a liar. Worst case scenario, she's self-serving scum and she's protected a sex pest for 16 years because she doesn't care about women. She cares about selling books. I mean, these people are fucking awful. Huma Abedin. Huma. I tell you what, Huma is immoral. Deeply immoral. At least a burglar, he might have had an addiction to feed. If the local prison was burning down, I had the choice between Huma Abedin or some smackhead serial burglar. I'd pick the fucking burglar. Huma is a shitbag. An honourless, moralless, soulless dog who either lies serially and was probably involved in all that shit that went on with he who shall not be named, who apparently committed suicide, fuck them. I'm not even going to talk about bollocks, Huma. I've had enough of you. All I will say on that, the suicide is, by the way, my mate John Witt told me, and it's a good point. Have you ever been in the cells? It is rock hard to kill yourself in a jail cell, even if you get locked up for drunk and disorderly in Middlesbrough. Shitty Middlesbrough. It's well hard to kill yourself in a police cell. There's like nothing, there's no fittings. They take your belt and your shoelaces off you so you can't fucking hang yourself. It's like, it is well hard. It'd be well hard to kill yourself in a random cell on a Friday night. And you think, well, not you, nobody listening to this thinks, but the establishment wants you to believe that it's basically impossible to hang yourself if you're a drunk in a jail cell in fucking the northeast of England. But if you're on the maximum, the watch list with 24-hour guards in the self-harm cells of a federal penitentiary, piece of piss. It's a piece of fucking piss. They put you in, you have to climb over all of the random obstacles to get in your cell. There's like light fittings, metal pipe, pull-up bars, a few lengths of rope lied around. It's a piece of piss. Anyone can top the cell in custody. Fucking easy. Yeah, well, that's my point, rotten politics. If it's true, she's absolute scum, and if it's not true, she's a liar. So either way, Huma's a shitbag. I'd rather go sightseeing with Osama bin Laden than brush past Huma in the fucking street. So there you go, fuck 'em. Cambridge College returns looted, oh God. Oh God. Looted cockerel in Nigeria. Listen. In the old days, people had a fight and the winners pinched shit. There's a massive British banner hanging over the entrance at West Point, which the Americans, at the time, they were British, I suppose, during the Civil War, the American Revolution, we like to call it the Civil War on this channel because then it doesn't go down as a loss, yeah? It doesn't count as a loss if you're fighting yourself. They obviously captured a British standard, and to this day, it's above the entrance at West Point. Because it's a cool thing. The cool story, they won a cool battle, and they captured some gear off the enemy. Apparently, that only works with everybody who's Western. Yeah, we go, oh yeah, remember when we took that off the Portuguese, or we twatted the French, and we pinched that off the Americans, and we go, yeah, fair dues, yeah, but we twatted you guys. That nice, mature attitude that it's all done and dusted. It's lost to the sands of history. We can all get over it, yeah. We might have beat the piss out of each other a few centuries ago, but we don't need to go on about it anymore. That mature attitude is completely gone, thanks to that social justice shit. So what it is now is, if you did anything, even 1,000 years ago, you're a horrible cunt. It might have been your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddad, but you basically are lower than a snake's belly. But you're basically a paedophile. As far as the world's concerned, because just like in North Korea, distant blood crimes committed to... It's like the Catholic fucking Church with Jesus. Apparently, he got nailed to a cross by some blokes we're distantly related to, therefore we're all arseholes. And that's what we're doing here. Pandering to them. Oh my God, we pinched a piece of shit cockerel during a war. Well, yeah, but we fought for that. Some bloke bled for that fucking cockerel, so it's ours. Right? Is that not fair? And if Nigeria have got a load of shit off ours, what they pinched off us, fair play to them. Put it in a museum and say, do you remember that one battle we won against the British and we pinched this gear off them? Keep it. Is that not mature? Let's just get along with each other. Fuck it. Who cares? Who cares? It's really sad that we have this attitude now. Just never get over anything. We probably have better fucking relations with, like, the Irish than we do with some of these fucking countries now, because this social justice bollocks. Like, and we had a fight with them for fucking 200 years. It's shocking. We're just totally going backwards. Jesus is coming. Look busy, Paul. So that's shocking. Absolute bollocks. Oh, shall we go through the budget? That'll take up some time. Look at this hippie crap. Paris attacks. UK Bataclan victim's sister tells the accused, "We don't hate you." Fuck me. Why? Why don't you? Do you know the things they did at the Bataclan? The media have hid it from you, because they were more interested in showing a bloke playing piano and singing Imagine and introducing, all wearing t-shirts saying International Hug a Fucking Jihadi Day. But they didn't just set a few bombs off. They tortured, mutilated, raped. I read a story about paramedics who turned up at the Bataclan and said they were vomiting because they castrated people, chopped people's tongues out. It was the most medieval shit you can possibly imagine. And this, just for more social justice points, is on the BBC saying, "Oh, we don't hate you. Love your enemies." What a load of fucking dog shit. Love your own enemies. Do you think they're ever going to get sick of killing you? Powerful experience talking at the trial. What are we going to do? Let them all out? Oh, well, the brother of a dead woman said that we don't hate them. Let them all out then. In fact, let's get them all tickets to the next fucking Ariana Grande concert, fill them a few backpacks full of HE and nails, and send them on the way. I mean, it's unbelievable. These people are mentally ill. Wokeism is the new religion. It's a form of mental illness. That sister should have had them round for tea. Yeah, a bit selfish, expiring, when you could have hugged one of them on TV. I mean, Nick, you're a fucking knobhead. Do you want, seriously, do you want points off me for this nonsense? Do you think they'll ever tire of killing you? If everyone in the world had Nick's attitude, we'd be extinct. The world would fall into a new dark age, and ISIS would be running the fucking globe, and Nick would be getting his head lopped off by the same people that he's telling we don't hate. Ignore Nick, Mr. Jihadi. I fucking hate you. And all these people in the chat fucking hate you. And anybody with any reason in the brain or logic and understands that there's only one cure for people that are willing to butcher children like wild animals. You don't fix that with love bullets, you silly bastard. You fix them with the old-fashioned types. You can't win round jihadis. These people are willing to end their own lives, fly planes into fucking buildings to wipe you off the face of the earth. And the BBC is more interested in trying to convince everybody what we should be doing is we should get naked, lube up and fucking daisy chain round the campfire with a load of jihadis. It's the maddest thing I've ever heard. So, Nick, you fucking penis, grow a pair. And if I was Nick's sister, I'd be desperately I'd be sitting there waiting for the next fucking seance so I could desperately claw my way back into the physical realm and say, "Nick, you thick twat." I remember talking about my dad. I swear to God, this is a true story because we have a very, you could call it a toxically masculine worldview in my family. Because my mum died when I was a little kid. I was raised by my dad, who was the most manly man ever. And then my older brother. We don't do any hugging, is not a thing in the Bootneck household. And I remember when I was in Baghdad, this is my second deployment in Iraq, when Ken Bigley got his fucking head lopped off. And I remember I was embarrassed for Ken Bigley because his family were on the news every single day whinging. And being a stoic, I think you should face reality. Maybe that's why I'm the way I am. Because I don't like the sweet lie. Everybody wants the sweet lie, don't they? They want to believe that if you just show enough compassion towards the people that despise you and are champing at the bit to kill your children, They want to believe that if you're just nice enough to them, they'll change their mind. And go, oh, you know what? Even though I killed his sister, he was dead nice on the BBC. Fuck it. I'm gonna work in a care home, and I'll walk people's dogs for free on the weekend. No, he'll kill you, and he'll kill your sister, and you'll deliver him your children. He'll kill them, and he'll laugh as he does it. You thick twat. So I like to deal with reality on this channel. Happy-go-lucky, living in the clouds shit doesn't really get anywhere with me. It doesn't sit well. And when Ken Bigley had been captured by Abu al-Zarqawi, see, I've got a good memory. I remember all this shit. Al-Zarqawi decapitated Ken Bigley and numerous others before the Americans promptly dropped a 1,000-pound bomb on his fucking head. And I was sick and tired of seeing Ken Bigley's family whinging. Every day it was like, oh, Mr. Blair, you're not doing anything to help. You can't do anything to help. He's been captured. I remember phoning my dad on the sat phone. And he said to me, fucking hell, old Biggers is never off the bastard TV. And I said, here, don't you fucking dare embarrass me if I get captured. Don't you dare embarrass me and go on the telly and go, oh, Tony Blair, Mower Matthew's been captured, you've got to help him. I said, don't you fucking dare. I said, if any reporters turn up round our house, you tell Jonathan and yourself, you open the door and you say, drop a 2,000-pound bomb on his fucking head, scatter him across the bastard battlefield, and as long as he takes 20 or 30 of those dirty, scruffy cunts with him, happy fucking days. We don't even have to pay for the funeral. Winning. And if I did live, I think I changed my will that instead of being cremated, I want it to be stuffed with explosives, turned into a human bomb and dropped on a fucking Afghan compound somewhere. It's ridiculous. I don't want anyone embarrassing me on national television. Blow me to fucking bits. I didn't even like the way, cool story as it was, we put all them bootnecks on the wings of that Apache and flew it in to rescue Matt Ford when he died in Afghanistan. I don't like the idea of my surviving battle brothers risking their lives to try and find my body. I have departed the mortal realm, thank you very much. I don't need it anymore. I'm happy to just not exist. I don't really believe in the afterlife. Hopefully I'll be proven wrong and there'll be a giant party in the sky. But don't believe it myself. 1978 was a fantastic year. You know, when I wasn't born. Fucking brilliant. Nothing bothered me. It was the only time I've ever not been in a bad mood, when I was swimming around in my dad's ball sack. That's the only time I've ever been happy. So I'm more than happy to get scudded into oblivion as long as you wipe out the dirty, scruffy bastards that are 2 seconds away from lopping my nut off. And that is the attitude that this dopey twat should have. But he's just interested in showing off. This is all about Nick. His sister, God rest her soul, has gone past beyond the veil of tears. Now it's all about Nick, and he wants to prove how good he is. He's probably trying to sell something. In fact, fuck it, he'll probably have a book out next week. So yeah, maybe you can call me a cynical, miserable bastard. But this story doesn't cheer me up or impress me. I think Nick's a fucking dickhead. And if there is an afterlife, his sister must be sitting up there going, you stupid bastard. I want that cunt nailing to the fucking floor. I want him wrapping in a gigantic pigskin and burying upside down. Because he is an arsehole and he terminated my life prematurely. That's what I'd think. If there is an afterlife, your sister's pissed, Nick. Sorry to drop that on you. But Nick needs, yes, Chile, Nick needs both a haircut and some fucking logic bombs dropping on him. Right? That can serve as my last will and testimony. I don't think I've written one. I want stuffing with napalm and dropping on a cave complex. Anyway. Fucking hell, half an hour. Time flies when you're having fun. Should we do a quick look at the budget? Let's see. Sunak unveils help for the low paid. I reckon it's not going to be the low paid. It's going to be what all left-wing governments do. It's going to be Sunak unveils help for people that do less work than the ship's cat. It's going to be Sunak unveils help for Mick fucking Philpott, Shamima Bagoom, and every lazy, bone-idle bastard from Penzance to Peterborough that's never done a day's work in their bastard lives. Sunak helps people that live off Chicago town pizza and microchips. That's what this is going to be. Let's have a look. Budget 2021. Rishi Sunak unveils help for the low-paid pubs and businesses. Let's have a look. Rishi Sunak started changes to universal credit, which he says will give low-income families an extra £1,000 a year. Low-income families or welfare families? Because typically you haven't got a fucking income, have you? Welfare doesn't count as income. That's free money off people that do have an income. In an upbeat speech, he said the UK economy had not been hit as hard as by the COVID pandemic as expected. Lying bastard. Aldridge Pryor, the hopeless liar. He promised more money for schools, business, Red Cross, and took 3p off the... Oh, fucking... Good news. Hey, all is forgiven. My cynicism was unwarranted. He's took 3p off a pint of beer. Let's have a street party. Get the bunting out. It's party time, bitches. I'm kidding, obviously. That was cynicism, once again. 3p off a pint of beer. This is after he's put about 30p on a pint of beer in the last 10 years. Like, what do you mean 3p off a pint of beer? You can't raise tax, and then do a little cut and go, look at that, fucking hell, tax cut. Does he think I'm thick? Again, if you had the memory of a goldfish, you would think that was a tax cut, but it's not. The amount of stealth taxes we've got in the UK is unbelievable. Tax in the UK. Compared to America, it's shocking. In the UK, they tax the balls off you. Tax your wine, tax your bread, tax your living, tax your dead. That's what you get off the UK government. Tax. They tax you and tax you and tax you and tax you. The meagre pay that you get in your hand has been taxed about fucking 15 times, and then you buy something with it, like a pint, and you get taxed again. It's unbelievable how much tax you pay in the UK. So this is bollocks. It's the BBC trying to spin it. Labour said it won't make up for tax, axing the £20 a week top up to the benefit. The benefit. Listen, if you walk through a council estate in Middlesbrough, you see more pairs of Nike Air Max than fucking Dennis Rodman's got in his cupboard. People on benefits have got enough money, thanks. You just have to drive past their house on recycling day. It looks like fucking Rab C. Nesbitt's at a party. What do you mean? Ooh, £20 off the benefit. They've got enough money, thanks. Feed your own ugly, fucked up children and stop whinging at me to do it, thanks. Just look after your own kids. Jesus wept. Much of his budget has been pre-announced, including an end to the public sector pay freeze and an increase to the national living wage from £8.90 to £9.50. Fucking hell, £9.50 an hour. That's actually not bad if you're on a menial job. All right, so some of it is good for low-paid people. I support giving low-paid people a decent wage. I don't support giving people who don't bastard work for a living more money. What else? Real term rise in spending for every government. So not a fucking cut. The government already gets too much money. That shouldn't be happening. So that's a cross, Rishi. Freeze on fuel duty when it's already some of the highest in the bastard world. You know how much we pay for a gallon here? It's like $4. And that's high. $4.50 I think it is now. For a gallon. It's about £3 a gallon. And they go, we're going to freeze for... So they're not cutting it. They just put it up to an extortionate rate and then they freeze it and go, ta-da! That is dog shit, Rishi. That is dog shit. Freezing an already overtaxed industry isn't a cut. It's not good for working class people. Again, isn't he supposed to be a maths wizard? Even I can do this maths. Christ on a bike, and I got like an F in my GCSE for maths. Wasn't my strong suit. I'm a bootneck. I used to joke with my teacher and say, I don't need to get past 30. That's, however many rounds you fit in a magazine is the only number I need to fucking count to. 5% cut to corporation tax. Okay, well, see, that's a good idea. Probably needs to be... what we need to do is find out where Ireland's corporation tax is and put it to 0.001% lower than them. There's a good idea. But again, I'm not a maths wizard. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe the higher the taxes, the more corporations come over. Yeah? Doesn't sound right, but fuck it. 2.2 billion for courts and... there we go, more for courts and prisons. Ew, that should be cut. Feed them nothing but spam. In fact, get the most horrific offenders, the child killers and the baby rapers and the fucking cannibals, grind them in to a nice mushy pulp and then feed that to the rest of the prisoners as a protein-rich gruel, and voila. We've just cut £1 billion a year off the catering bill. Easy. There's another. Put that one down. I hope someone's taking notes. This can be my the Bootneck manifesto. Ground child killers into pulp and feed it as a nutritious protein-rich gruel to the rest of the prisoners. Job's a good one. Cutting air passenger duty. Oh, that's not bad as well. Oh, hang on. The tax rise on the long hauls. So, bollocks. Can't fly to America. Probably don't. They don't pay extra on the fucking private jets, though, do they? R&D, I suppose that's good. Anyway, what a load of shit. The teetotal chancellor. Tells you everything you need to know. Right, so a load of shit. Load of bollocks. Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, if you're British, you're getting the balls taxed off you. You are getting the balls taxed off you. Just trust it. Trust the Bootneck. Over 100 quid to fill your van. And Blue Van Man obviously likes his van. 100 quid to fill your van. That is unfucking believable. Like, seriously, like I said, it's $4 a gallon here. Probably fill your van for about $60 or something, I don't know. Daylight robbery. Daylight robbery in the UK. You're getting bent over and fingered by Rishi Sunak. That should be the headline. Rishi Sunak bends you over and rogers you with a prize-winning leak. Because you're British. So you're getting diddled. Diddled hard. Anyway, that's nearly 40 minutes. I think we'll call it a day there. Thanks for watching. By the way, my numbers are fucking shocking on YouTube at the minute. I've got nearly 10,000 subs. I put a community post on. There's about 11 people see it. I'd attract more people if I just stood outside the petrol station with my balls out. It's unbelievable. It's more aggressive censorship from Silicon Valley and my fucking nemesis, the beast that shall not be named, the winged harpy of Silicon Valley. So yeah, like it and share it if you can be arsed. And thanks for watching. I'll hopefully be back tomorrow. Don't know what I've got on, we'll see. And yeah, I'll see you very soon. Yeah, community post. I went from 500 likes to fucking 10. So Suzar's up to her old tricks again. Right. Thanks anyway. Cheers for watching. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good day, night, whatever. See you later.